Victorian period, public schools developed a network of old boys associations. Membership of these exclusive clubs was displayed by the wearing of an old school tie. With faint echoes of the colours of a medieval knight, the old school tie became a crucial passport to membership of the establishment. Like so many English traditions, the old school tie was exported to the colonies. This tie has its origins in a curious marriage between English military tradition and the educational aspirations of middle-class India.
Well, the tie is really honored, especially outside school. You're really treated as someone superior once you wear the tie, and I think it really represents, well, the correct attitude towards life.
They've been beating the retreat at Lovedale in Tamilnadu since 1858, when the Lawrence Memorial School was established for the children of British soldiers serving in India. These sons and daughters of the Raj, the first wearers of the Lawrence School tie, would recognize the military discipline which today's Indian pupils are still proud to maintain.
I think the military traditions we follow is an advantage because it teaches us a lot of discipline, and there's a different kind of pride in a military system than the civilian system. Things like the parade and retreat we have over here, we don't find it anywhere else in the country. I think ours is the only public school which follows such a rigid type of military tradition, and I think we should keep it. After independence, a lot of Indians have been admitted in school, and it has become very Indianized. Indian dance is taught here and Indian music is taught here.
Success in life is to do with coping with pressure. And any child who's been through here has learned to cope with pressure. The kind of pressures we put on our child here are absolutely unbelievable. And he's got to excel in spite of all those pressures. And the tie signifies that when you finish school and you're wearing that tie, what it means is that you've been through this baptism by fire and you land on your feet anytime, any place, anywhere.
Everyone will always treat you as a superior person, knowing that the tie is so sacred and so well known everywhere. And it also brings about the feeling of very good virtues which every person ought to have, which basically you can get only in schools like this.
School tie represents to me a major part of my childhood, which I spent here, and it brings back to me the importance of coming here and also of studying here, and that's why I still keep wearing it.
Old Laurentians, like old Etonians, return with their children. It's an impulse which supplies wave after wave of new Laurentians.
The reason why I've sent the children here is because that I wanted to continue the tradition that was set up, because I felt that the institution itself had not changed radically, and the education it provided was all round and what was necessary for a child who was growing up in India.
It is a very proud feeling to know that your parents have been here, and it's also a very proud feeling to know that you've been here. So it obviously brings a lot of feeling that your children should be here and enjoy themselves the same way you have and get the same superiority and the preference that you have. So, well, if you want to book registration in this school, if your parents are old Laurentians, you get the highest preference.
After you've left school, all you've got really is memories. And the moment your eyes light upon a tie, wherever in the world, it brings back those memories. And it brings back all the wonderful moments you shared in school together. And I think it is that more than anything else which ties Laurentians together. So whenever a Laurentian is anywhere in the world, he always knows that the school tie will help him in any situation, whether he needs accommodation, whether he needs just a friend, whether he needs money if he's hard and out, whether he needs help with a job. That's what the tie represents.
This old school tie network has now become highly organised. Through this directory of former pupils, the names and addresses of over 10,000 old Laurentians make up an extraordinary global network stretching from Delhi to Dorking.
With this directory, wherever we go in a city where you do not know anybody, if you have the directory, you can always call them up and there is somebody there to receive you and look after you, which I think is a great blessing for a large country like this to have contacts in all major cities and also all over the world.
On Founders' Day, many Laurentians come back to give their time and money in return for the benefits they've reaped from their old school tie.
The kind of friendships they've made here, the associations they have developed over the years, will stand them in good stead all their life. And because they've been through a good thing, they'd like to make sure that that good thing keeps going. And which is why they're always ready to help. And which is why I'm always asking them for help.
Even after we leave school, the friendship we have will never die. Thinking of the things we used to do in school and the things the school is short of, if you're capable, I'm sure we'd like to give that to the school to make the lives of coming Laurentians better.
The friends that you make at school are the friends forever. The children who are 2 years senior to you and 2 years junior to you are fighting for everything with you. For your girlfriend, for your food, for your tuck, and throughout your life it's the same people you come across. So once you get used to them and you know where you stand with them, it's so easy for you to get along with others in life.
Today more than ever, the public school system is being questioned in various quarters of the country. I think it's important that we stress this through our tie, that we represent the highest standards of excellence, be it in sport or whatever we do.
People feel that institutions like this are meant only for people who have money, but that is not so. Every person has a place in society. A Laurentian also has a place in society, and he's needed as much as anybody else.
But here you make such true friends and they're always beside you, and once you go out and you've got the feeling that you all wore the school tie together and you've got the feeling that you're all Laurentians, and that's a very proud feeling for all of us to have.
The tie represents the fact that you are a Laurentian, and being a Laurentian represents certain things. It represents a degree of integrity, it represents a loyalty to the school, it represents a comradeship, and it represents what the motto says, never given.
The Lawrence School tie is awarded only to those who've actually studied here. Exceptions can be made, but they're very rare.
I, for one, would like to wear the tie, but I haven't earned it yet.